This is Miss Pat from Samuels Public Library. This week in Science Scouts, we're going to learn what pH means and how to tell if something is an acid or a base. That's based on its pH. Our story this week is called Straw by Amy Rosenthal. This is Straw's story. Straw has a great big family of all stripes and colors. Straw has a great bunch of friends. And Straw has a great thirst for being first. Okay, so he jumps from things to things. Done! As in, Straw really likes to be first. Done! Finished. Finito! He just jumps into things and sucks them up. It was just Straw's way. Yep, that fellow is sure bent on being first. True that. Look at the different drinks he's getting into. Straw probably would have kept racing along, but one day something unusual happened. Something that did not feel good, not even one little bit. See what he's in? Ah! Brain freeze. Every fast slurp only made it worse. While his head throbbed, his heart sank. He's not feeling good, huh? Meanwhile, over in the corner, one of his classmates could see that Straw was feeling low. Hi, Straw. Do you want to play? I don't know. Come on, it'll be fun. She started blowing bubbles. Beautiful, glistening bubbles that floated up, up, up. How'd you do that? It's easy. I'll show you. Straw got the hang of it in no time. He was all bubbly and giggly. That is until done. Turned all of it into bubbles. Not everything's a race, Straw. Some things are meant to be savored. I mean, I know I take the long way and meander, but sometimes you just gotta stop and smell the milkshake. Straw hadn't thought of it that way before. So now he's kind of walking around and looking instead of jumping in everything, right? That night, after bedtime stories, Straw couldn't stop talking about all the things he had seen that night. The most reddest strawberry, swirly swirls in the whipped cream, a whole rainbow in a tiny bubble. I think what you're feeling is called awe, Straw. He lay in bed. There's no need to drink it all in tonight, he remembered. Eventually, he floated off to sleep in root beer. And what can I tell you about Straw now? Well, sometimes he still wants to be first, but most of the time, Straw wants to make the good things last. Hey, buddy, what's shaking? Just chilling. And it's strawsome. All right, so we're going to talk about pH and why you guys should kind of pay attention to what you're drinking. All right, so pH is the potential of hydrogen in an item. More importantly, it's measured on a scale of 0 to 14. And you guys are going to get something that kind of looks like this. Not exactly, right? But if it's an acid, it's going to have extra hydrogen. If it's an alkaline or a base, it's going to have an extra. It's going to have a hydroxide ion, meaning it's oxygen and hydrogen. More importantly, scientists use it to find out if something is a liquid or a base, is an acid or a base. 0 to 7 are acids. 0 is the strongest, okay? Well, 1 would be the strongest. 7 is neutral. What you guys, whenever you guys drink water, that's a 7. It's neutral, has no taste, but it's neutral, right? And if it's 7 to 14, it's going to be a base. 14 is the strongest. So either end of the spectrum, either the lowest number or the highest number are the strongest ones. And they're not good for you. And you guys don't want to drink anything that has a 0 or a 1 or a 14, okay? Because that's going to really do some damage in your throat. However, you guys do drink acid, okay? In your TV shows, acids might burn through desks and burn holes in things, but we eat tomatoes and we drink lemons, and those are acidic, okay? Acids taste sour. Sometimes they react with metals, they conduct electricity. But if you look at this scale here, okay, and it tells you pure water is a 7. It tells you milk is a 6. Coffee is a 5. So when your parents drink coffee, they're drinking acid. Tomato juice, right, or ketchup or tomato sauce, that might be around 4. Even apple juice, okay, and you guys all drink apple juice. That's about a 3. Lemon juice is 2. But remember, we get down here to the 1, and that's the stuff in your stomach that's dissolving everything. You don't want to be drinking anything like that, right? So you guys do drink or eat things that have acid in them. Right? Alkalines or bases are usually used in cleaning products like soap, okay, or bleach. We don't drink those, right? Nobody wants to have soap in their mouth, and bleach is really going to hurt you. It's going to do some serious damage here. However, you guys do eat some bases. Look at what this stuff says. Okay, again, 7 is water. Eggs are an 8. You guys drink eggs. Baking soda, we use that in our cookies and cakes. That's a 9. You know, so when it gets mixed in with water and stuff, we're still having some bases. But after that, we don't want anything. Okay, because now we got soap. Nobody wants soap. Ammonia, damage. Bleach, a lot of damage. Okay, oven cleaner. We're not drinking any of this stuff, right? This stuff is going to taste bitter. It's going to feel slippery. However, we do eggs and baking soda in there, and it helps to dissolve the fats and oils. So our body does have some bases in it. Okay, now we can measure the pH of a liquid using pH strips, which is what this person here is holding. Okay, it helps determine if it's acidic or basic. You dip it in the liquid for about 3 seconds. You compare the colors then, and you see what it is. Remember, water, regular water, is neutral. However, you guys might hear about acid rain. Okay, acid rain doesn't mean it's going to melt you. Okay, it's not going to burn you if you're out in the side in the rain. But over a long period of time, it's going to wipe the names off the headstones in the cemeteries, or it might take the faces off some of the statues outside if they're made out of certain material like limestone. Okay, it is acidic, but it's not very acidic. Instead of being a 7, it might be a 6. So over time, it's going to wear that stuff down because those things are made out of limestone. And acid rain, which is made out of carbon, it's carbon and water, just means it's a lot of carbon in the air. So it's not really acidic. It's not like lemon juice, right? Or anything like that. But you see how they're doing it? You're going to put it inside for about 3 seconds. You're going to take it out and compare it. Okay, and that's what we're going to try and do. So when you guys come into the library, you're going to get a kit. It's going to have a couple of cups. It's going to have a little container that's going to look like this. Okay, it's going to have a little envelope in here that's going to have your pH strips. Okay, now your pH strips are going to look like these, the yellow things. Okay, and I'm going to give you each 5, but I'm only going to give you about 2 cups and the water. Now this water comes from a waterfall. Okay, comes from a waterfall. Might look clean. Please don't drink it. Okay, you can dump it out if you want, or you can try this one and then try the one in your house. Okay, but this is the water it comes from. All right, this is not clean water. This is not like the kind of water that you would get if you bought water in the store, okay, or the water bottles. It looks nice in here, kind of looks a little dirty here. So please don't drink this, because while the pH might be 7, because I did get it out of waterfall, it still has germs and bacteria in there, okay? Bugs that landed in it, animals that went to the bathroom in it. We don't want to be drinking this, okay? The pH, the water will be 7. Now, what you would do, okay, is you can take your stuff out, and you're going to take you're going to take one of your strips. Now, try not to leave them outside in the sun, okay, because then they will not work so well. Okay, and you guys are all going to have a little card like this, right? And it has the numbers. It starts up here with 1. Remember, that's very acidic. All the way down here is 14. That's very basic. And we kind of want 7. So we're going to hold this at the tip. We're going to put it in. 1, 2, 3. We're going to take it out. Okay. And then we're going to match it to see where does it go. All right. Now I know you guys can't really see what I'm, probably it's about there, maybe about there. So the one on the bottom is a 6, the one up here is a 7. Okay, so it's about neutral. This is the water, right? And that's how you figure that out. So we're going to try a couple other drinks. Now I'm only going to give you the waterfall water in the container. But what I want you guys to do then with the cups, I'm going to give you guys some little cups. Okay, I'm going to give you guys a couple of little cups in there. And you can get other little cups if you like. Right? And you can pour anything you want in there. Mommy and Daddy drink coffee? Maybe you can get a little bit of coffee, not hot. Okay, this one is tea. I got some sweet tea. So I'm going to take one of these and we're going to see what that one looks like. Remember, I'm giving you 5 of these strips. Even though I'm only giving you 2 cups, you can dump them out, clean them out, and use some of them. Okay, so I'm going to use some tea. 1, 2, 3. Take it out. All right, and then we're going to match it up. And I'm trying to match it without looking. So it looks like this is a 6 or 5. I think I'm going with a 6, the one on the bottom. Okay, so it's a little acidic. Okay, I don't know if this one's going to show you that they are slightly different. I'm seeing the colors right now. Okay, so this is the water. This is the sweet tea. Okay, the colors are slightly different. One is definitely a greenish color. Actually, this one is looking definitely more like that one. And I think it's the glare that's showing up. All right, now this one's hand sanitizer. Okay, so kind of looks a little liquidy. I know you all been washing your hands with it. Let's see what that is. All right, so I'm going to stick that in the 1, 2, 3. Take that out. Might have to wash that off a little bit because it's still a little slimy there. All right, and then we can kind of match the colors for that one. This one is showing up as an 8. Okay, so it's a little basic. I have 2 more. How many of you guys drink pickle juice? Right? If straw was bouncing from thing to thing and he wasn't paying attention, he might end up in this thinking it's lemonade, but this is pickle juice. Okay, I have my lemonade over here. One, two, three. Ooh, this one turned definitely not green, huh? So we're going to look at this one. Don't want it to drip on there. All right. And let's see. We got a 5 or a 4. I'm leaning towards the 4. Yeah, I'm leaning towards the 4. Remember, 1 is going to be more like your stomach, okay? And again, let's look at the different colors. Okay, this is the water. This one's the pickle juice. Right? And they're not the same colors. Okay, so we got water, pickle juice in the middle, and then the sanitizer. And they're not the same color. We got green, kind of an orange, and a yellow. All right, and then we have one more. So I need to get one more strip. And like I said, your things are going to be in one of these, and it tells you to keep it in a dark, dry spot. Just make sure you only take out one at a time. Keep the others in there so that it kind of stays dark, because if they get exposed to the sun for a long period of time, they don't work so well. Okay. All right, so we have one more. We're going to do lemon juice. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, look at how dark that one got. Gotta make sure I'm holding this upside down right. All right, so 1 is this top corner. So we're kind of down there at the bottom. So this is a 4 or a 3. All right, and just to show you that this one, and this one was the pickle juice. We thought that one was really dark. Okay, this one definitely looks red. Right? And then we had our soap, which was more of a yellow. Kind of makes like a rainbow here, huh? And then we got our green. Okay, so you're going to get 5. I didn't have that many things to test. All right, I only had, actually I did test 5, because then we had the neutral one, which was the water. So I found other drinks to test. So like straw, jumping from things to things, always be careful about what you're drinking. Sometimes they might be a little bleh. Okay, sometimes they might be a little sour. That means they're a little acidic. Could be orange juice, tomato juice, lemon juice. Okay, even sweet tea. You really don't want to do the soap, but if you want to mix baking soda and water, okay, you can use that before you put it in your cakes with sugar. And that might come out a little, remember, those ones are going to come out a little slippery. But we don't really want to drink a whole lot of that stuff. Nobody really drinks eggs, except maybe in the movies. Okay, so that's what pH is. You'll learn a lot more about that in middle school and high school, but we wanted to let you guys know that that's why things taste a little different. Usually we add sweetener to certain things. And this might explain to you why some of the cemetery stones, the headstones are kind of going away, or some of the old statues, the faces are kind of going away. That's what that is. Okay, that's due to the pH. Even the caverns over here, okay, Skyline Caverns was because of acid rain, and it dissolved some of the stuff that was in the ground, and that's what made our caverns. Okay, so again, it was the pH, right? It wasn't neutral water. And remember, we don't drink water if we don't know where it came from. Okay. All right. So I'll see you guys next week. Come on in. Please come and get your kits. Okay. We have several of them. And please join us again next week. We will be doing the tree rings and learning how to tell time with trees. See you then. Bye.